Let's get on this. Now, if you'll remember from the series against Wumpa Lewis, this part right there is absolutely mandatory to get. The leaf cycle onto the log. I can't believe we just got it first. Absolute nightmare. I think it was probably the... oh, I might as well die. It was the first really, really major challenge. Forgot to add the attempt counter on attempt number 1, so I've just added that now. So this is attempt number 2. And so it begins. Damn it. But yeah, so this was the first major challenge in the series. We had like a decent challenge with Insanity Beach, but this was the first, oh, this is actually going to be kind of tough. I think I did like 40 attempts or something, maybe like 20. It was a lot of attempts on this level to beat Lewis's time. To beat the dev, though, we have to go a step further. We've got to obviously learn the level, and then we've got to make sure that we are basically nailing everything. I mean, you can see a pro like Jack Cornish. I think his name changed his name now to like Jack Tick or something like that. But even he was very, very close to the dev time, and like I watched his video. Very, very, very precise platforming that he did, and it still was not good enough. Gotta jump later. At least it's right at the beginning of the level. Could be a lot worse if that was like a really late level cycle. That could be really annoying. Still annoying though. You only get it like 1 in every 5 attempts or whatever it is. Oh. I don't remember if this made it into my 5 worst levels. Probably not, because after you make that jump, as soon as I, you know, get back to learning the level, it shouldn't be too bad. But that was as a platinum. I'm not sure as a dev relic. Might find a new place in health. Might have done a little bit too much waiting around there. Okay, what time we're on? We're just on 33 right now, so we don't have that much time left. This is basically the end of the level. Needed to do that. 44:31. Ooh. 44:31. Oh, wow. We've beaten Prosafia and we've beaten Jack Cornish on that attempt. Unfortunately, obviously, we've not beaten the dev. We were like 10 milliseconds from beating the dev. 10th of a second. We know from the Arctic Antics shenanigans I was doing recently that that can be huge, or it can be not that bad. Okay, so I've removed the red relic and diamond relic time since we've already beaten them. It's just the dev relic to go. So a little bit of meta trivia for you as well. I literally was about to start streaming my attempts on this dev relic just for fun, so I wouldn't be so bored. And I had been streaming for about a minute, just setting up the stream. Get a notification saying that Wumpa Lewis has just gone live doing the attempts for the Crash Nitro Kart relics. Like, okay, well, I can't compete with that, so immediately stopped streaming. I've got him on my second monitor just off to the side there, so I'm kind of watching his progress while also doing this. Having quite a few issues with Thunderstruck at the moment. I do want to say I don't think the devs realized how tight they made this cycle. I almost feel like whoever was testing it, like, just tested it once and was like, oh yeah, that's makeable. Without realizing just how tightly makeable it is. I wonder if that second cycle's makeable. I don't think it is, otherwise, like, I think, like, the Jack Cornish and whatnot would have got a better time than they did. Thing is, I feel like I need that Aku Aku to deal with the final Venus flytrap. Because last time I took damage from it. Oh no, we made it there somehow. 43.98. Oh nice, sub 44. I did not expect that to be the run. I felt like it was going horribly. Take it, of course. That was 17 attempts, not all that bad. Pretty good. We're going to go a tad longer. I've just seen that Garland the Great has a time of 43.57. Let's see if we can top his time as well. We'll be a little bit more fast-paced as well this time because I'm not going to have to deal with all the attempt counter shenanigans. It's going to be definitely a challenge, though. I don't really see how I can go all that much faster. Especially, like, that's about half a second. Although, mind you, I did say that that run I've just done is not really... I didn't feel like it was the best up there I could do. But maybe I can do better. It's just half a second on a very linear level like this is pretty damn... That's a lot. There we go, finally. You have to basically be at the very, very edge of reality on that leaf. Oh, and then I died to a freaking fish. You miss out, basically, if you chicken out. It's like a game of chicken with the lily pad. The leaf, rather. And even then, gosh, I could literally feel myself falling off and it was still too far. Very reminiscent with what was going down when I was doing the Fumbling in the Dark dev relic. There was also like a really key platform in that you had to just... I don't know, what's the word? Yeah, you can't make that jump. Yeah, there was a platform that you just had to basically take at the almost impossibly precise last second to make it. Probably one of the hardest things I've done in a Crash game was that. I actually held the best time on our Wumpa Wiki leaderboards for a short time after that. Maybe like a month or so, I was like #1 on our leaderboard. That's like the biggest privilege I've ever had in one of these things. Especially when you see some of the people that are in our Discord server that participate. 44:33? That's slower. Shit. How was that slower? There's actually one guy in our server that has a time of like 40 seconds on this level. I think he makes like this really crazy ass cycle though. It might be the cycle of the leaf where I was like, nah, you can't make that. He does something massive like that, otherwise it'd be absolutely impossible to achieve the time he did. I don't know if he like jumps off like the scenery or something. But yeah, these leaves are definitely on like proximity cycle, so you can't really trigger them earlier just by being faster. They will just be the same every single time. And then, yeah, I'm not sure if he also managed to get some kind of special trick off the scenery. It rings a bell that he did something like that, but 43.85, that is an improvement, but still not good enough. Oh, that would have been it, bro. That would have been it. If I'd have just like held forward. I don't know what internal instinct tried to keep me on then. That was a waste of run. That would have been it for sure. That was a good time. That's annoying. There's a trick right at the beginning that needs to go really well, and then there's a trick right at the end that needs to go really well. It seems like hitting that Venus flytrap early is literally the only way that I can beat Garland's time. It obviously involves having the lily pad be a bit generous. Wait, what was that? 33:30. Oh, nice. I didn't even realize that was the end of the level. I actually thought that I still had like another section to go. I just went into complete autopilot. Sweet. Glad I continued. I ended up with a better time than Garland. Well, that's another dev relic down. GG to all the people I beat. Jack Cornish, Prasafia Gaming, and Garland the Great.